I remember uploading that video on YouTube and just assuming all the comments were going to be incredibly negative. So in this physique update, I am flexing, but I also have moments where I'm just chilling and just kind of showing my real body after eating, after drinking, God forbid. Hi guys, quick news before we start today's video off. I am back on Snapchat after all these years of being MIA. All I gotta say is that it's nice to be on a photo sharing platform that isn't punishing me for wanting to share my life like Instagram, like certain apps. So make sure to add me. My username right now is Zaks. I am working on getting the username changed, okay? But it's my old Snapchat. If you guys know, you know. Hopefully it does get changed soon to something a little bit more recognizable, but make sure to add me and I'll see you guys on there. It is update day. It's been about a month since I started my bikini bulking series, and even though I wanted more episodes between then and now, unfortunately life had different plans. I got sick, there was last minute traveling plans for family stuff, some other things came up, but you know, what are we gonna do about it? We gotta keep it pushing. I'm really proud of myself for really sticking to my goals throughout this whole time because there have been a few curveballs thrown here and there, but we're here now, happy, healthy, and safe, and that's all that really matters. It's only episode 3, about a month in, and we've hit a pretty big milestone. I am officially 10 pounds heavier. I'm still 5 pounds off my goal weight, and the weight that I gained isn't necessarily the weight that I want, but we'll get into that a little bit more later. Because while I am super proud and pumped about the progress that I've made and how I've stuck to my goals, I do have a few mixed feelings. Today I want to take you guys through it all. I want to take you guys through my current physique update, my current measurements, kind of have a heart-to-heart about body image issues and being too self-critical, and just knowing when to stop scrolling on social media. So I have finally broken through the purgatory, let's call it, of being 130 pounds. Finally got serious about my diet and I started tracking. Definitely more strict with my tracking in the beginning of this journey just because I didn't really have a clue of how much I needed to be eating to be gaining weight or to really make my body function, because I've talked about it before. You guys know I was really under eating, and not on purpose. And while I do advocate for intuitive eating, it is a little bit hard to do that while I'm taking mental health medication that suppresses my hunger and literally makes me hyper-focus on literally anything else other than eating. And I know I've said numbers on the scale don't matter, and they really don't, because everybody's different, everybody's goals are different, and the way that your body carries weight is totally different than someone else's. But for me, someone who's been acquainted with the gym and with my body through various stages of my life, I am familiar with what number I want to sit at with the activity level that I need to be to sit at a certain weight. Is what I'm saying even making sense? Probably not. I'm gonna put my current measurements up here on the screen. I am really proud of myself for sticking to this goal because I've tried breaking through 130 pounds for 4 years now, and every single time I would approach it, it would be either in the wrong way or I drop it after a week or even after a couple days. So I am truly proud of myself for sticking with it and seeing progress and hitting that 10-pound milestone. But there are a few mixed feelings that I would love to talk to you guys about, because I would love to know that I'm not alone in situations like this. As someone who started a series called Bikini Bulking, obviously I knew I was going to gain weight. I knew what I was getting into when I was trying to gain weight in the summer when the trend is to lose weight for the summer. So I wasn't totally oblivious. I knew that there were going to be moments that I wasn't going to be the most comfortable in my body, and it wasn't like I was the most comfortable in my body before, so like what's the big deal? I'd like to think that I was someone who was kind of knee deep in the fitness community back in the day, and then I kind of disconnected, started working on my mental health because that was something that I really needed to put first priority. And now I'm kind of delving back into it, and I don't think I was fully prepared for how I was going to feel. Maybe it's me putting myself up on this pedestal, comparing myself to previous me. Maybe it was all the comments from strangers, whether they were ill-intended or not, of, you know, people doing the same. I can't really blame them, it's the internet. But I've also found myself scrolling endlessly on Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, any other platform that keeps on popping up. I swear they're multiplying like rabbits. It's crazy. I truly miss the days when we only had like 3 apps. Like, I truly do, man. I wish we could bring that back. I noticed myself scrolling on social media and just constantly comparing my life to someone else's, my appearance to someone else's. People that have completely different genetics than I do, people who have a completely different lifestyle than I do, people who have different responsibilities, people who are on a completely different chapter, on a completely different planet of their fitness journey in comparison to mine. I started comparing my reality of taking years off of my fitness journey, off going to the gym, and really just piling on all the negatives of it, because obviously I did it for a reason. There were many good things that came out of that, more important things than just my physical appearance. But I started just listing off all of the negatives about that, about me, about my insecurities, and comparing it to someone's perfect, curated, edited, angled snapshot of their life. And this is not putting blame on them, okay? Everybody obviously usually wants to show off the best moments of their lives on social media. That is the truth. That is just how it is. So I'm not blaming them. It's just not the best feeling. It almost brought out like this urge in me to start dieting like crazy, to drop the rest of my responsibilities and just hyper focus only on my appearance. And all of this because I had the overwhelming urge to catch up and to mimic what I'm seeing on social media, when the reality is I don't have to catch up and you don't either. There is nobody that we have to catch up to. Everybody's on a different chapter of their lives. Everybody's on a different timeline, and comparison really is the thief of joy. When I first started this series, I wasn't the most satisfied with my beginning physique. I remember uploading that video on YouTube and just assuming all the comments were going to be incredibly negative, and I was totally in my head about it, and it was my own insecurities that I was battling, of course. I haven't filmed this physique update for this video just yet, but I have a feeling I'm gonna feel a certain way about it too. And as harsh as this might sound, I just need to get over it really, because this is my reality, and I am working towards certain goals, and they're not gonna happen overnight. And despite everything that I just said, I am also very proud of myself. I am very proud of everything that I'm achieving, and I'm super thankful to have a healthy body and the opportunity to pursue my goals. The only reason I feel embarrassed or ashamed to show anything is because I'm comparing myself to either an old version of me that had a completely different set of circumstances, or I'm comparing myself to someone online that's built completely different than I am, that has a completely different lifestyle, and maybe I wouldn't want their lifestyle, but I'm comparing me and my situation to how I want to look with my current situation. That's not gonna happen, and I don't have those genetics, and it's just this completely cluster F of things that are going on in my mind, and just really setting myself up for failure and self-loathing. So I fought the urge to self-tan, as you can see. Yes, very brave, I know. I fought the urge that I had to not eat or drink anything before filming my physique update because I didn't want to be bloated or whatever. So in this physique update, I am flexing, but I also have moments where I'm just chilling and just kind of showing my real body after eating, after drinking, God forbid. I feel like I've definitely had moments in the past where I would not have wanted to do that or show that. I would also only want to show my best body to try to keep up with other people's appearance, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is the current body and this is the current physique. Gaining this weight is truly a huge milestone for this series, but it is not over yet. Not only am I 5 pounds away from my goal weight, but this isn't necessarily the only goal for the series. While I do want to gain weight, this isn't the weight that I want to have gained, if that makes sense. The goal here is to turn some of that weight into muscle and to really just continue bettering my body and developing healthy habits and just moving my body. Like I said before, just moving my body, because I feel the past few years I have become more sedentary, and that is just not what I want to do and what my body needs. And while I did have this moment of clarity, and right now I feel pretty confident sharing what I am now, I know that there might be dips in the future, and we're just gonna have to keep at it. Gotta make our journeys as enjoyable as possible, because it really is only for us. I just have to know when to stop scrolling on social media and to be a little bit more mindful and recognize when I'm starting to compare my body to others. And if you feel the same way, just know that you're not alone. We just have to be a little bit more mindful scrolling on social media and recognize when we're starting to compare ourselves to others and know when to stop scrolling. But yeah, that's it for this video. I wanted to update you guys on this series, on my current weight, and where I'm at mentally, and what kind of thoughts I've been fighting lately. Because despite what you guys see on social media and despite what I post, I have been going through a little bit of a low. And then when I figured out why, I also realized that I'm also contributing to this problem. The takeaway here is that it's important to recognize those inconspicuous harmful behaviors and take the proper steps to kind of make it easier on us and our mental health. Part of me hopes that I'm the only one that can relate to this, because it's not the best feeling to have, but odds are I'm not the only one. And if you're watching this and can relate, just know that I'm right here with you. That's it for today's video though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's anything that you guys want to see from me next, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Add me on Snapchat, and I'll see you guys in the next one.